names, though, except for me.
What is it?
Back when I was a kid, I decided to call myself Kotu because it stands for King of the Universe.
What?
I also called myself Joe. That means God of everything. So I called myself Kotu and Joe.
Wow.
King of the Universe and God of everything.
Guys, the more you learn, the more you know.
So stupid. I remember this. I went back to kick him.
Oh my god.
I was going to walk away. I was like, no, I'm going to walk back and kick him. Hi guys, it's Mew2King. But what does Mew2King even mean? Where does my name come from? Well, I made this name a long time ago, but there was actually a lot of names that this could have been even before that. And honestly, I kind of regret making this one my name, but there's a lot of reasons for that. And there's a lot of interesting origins even before this that might have been that I'm pretty sure nobody knows everything. So when I'm about to say everything in this video, everybody does not know all of these facts. I 100% guarantee you, only I know. But after this video, you all know. To start with, when I was a child, I rocked a lot. Since as early as like age 4, maybe even sooner. So my mom decided to call me Rocky. That was my nickname. Because, you know, you had like a first, middle, last name, and you also had a nickname. That's what I was taught when I was younger. Anyway, so my nickname was Rocky, because I used to rock like this. Except, you see how I even rock nowadays, even though I'm like 30 years old? Okay, imagine it in a way more ADHD, hyperactive way, way faster, way more often, to the point that it's obnoxious. Like, way, way, way more than I even do right now. As much as I do it now, just like quadruple that in your head. So like, if I was like on a school bus, or if I was on my sofa when I was like 5 years old, I would literally just do this because I found it fun. Or I don't even remember why I did it. I think I felt the urge to do it and or thought it fun. I don't know. I was a very young kid. But when I was very young, like childhood, even before childhood, this would be very frequent. I would do it very often because I don't know why. Maybe it felt comfortable. Maybe it bothers me if I don't do it. I don't even know and or remember. I mean, I still do it now for some reason. I can't even pinpoint the exact reason. It's just something I've always done. Probably always will do, just not to the same extreme. So Rocky would have made a lot of sense, actually. Rocky actually could have been my name. It is actually my nickname for my parents, and it is actually fit through my entire life, since as early as my first memories, even to the present me right now. Another name that I made up, or my mom claims my grandma made it up, but as far as I remember, I made it up, so I don't even know which one's true. Either my grandma made it up for me, or I made it up on my own. It's so long ago that I don't even remember, but it's sometime after age 7. Because that's the moment I moved into my grandparents' house. I'll explain more in my book. So my grandmom or me made up a name called Kotu, which stands for K-O-T-U, which stands for King of the Universe. I thought it'd be just a cool name. I was like, I'm the King of the Universe. It just sounds cool. And like, well, what could be higher than a King of the Universe besides God? Speaking of God, another thing I was gonna potentially name myself, but probably not, because I honestly thought Kotu was a much better name between these two. But the next one would be Joe, or G-O-E. This is actually this origin of this was just from, I think it was elementary or middle school. We were just making some little school project thing. Like, it was just like some thing. Basically, everyone in school I think it might have been like Egyptian lore or some lore of some mythology or something, where you could be the god of one thing, like the god of wind, or the god of love, or the god of anything. So I was like, what do I want to be the god of? What's the best? What's the best? Everything. God of everything. So I'm god of everything.
What was that name again?
Joe or Goey? Okay, Joe or Goey. G-O-E. Don't keep making fun of me because I said Joe. Goey. G-O-E. God of everything. Everyone in school, you could be god of something. God of this, god of that, god of the sun, god of earth. Everything. God of everything. King of the universe. What's better than King of the universe and god of everything?
Jason, one more time, what was it? Can you just say it? How do you say it?
I will murder evasive.
How do you say it?
Joe or go.
Joe?
Go. How about go?
Joe who?
Go.
Joe who?
Stop! Anyway, between those two, I thought Kotu was obviously a better name. And I think Rocky was debated. I think Rocky and Kotu, of the 3 I've named so far, those are the top 2. Rocky and Kotu could have been good names for me, theoretically, in a different universe. Another name I made, or people made for me, is Zimm. This is what I was called in school. People just call me Zimm. I don't know why. For some reason, people thought I was a cool kid in school, even though I kept to myself and didn't really talk and do anything. I don't know why people thought I was cool. Anyway, people called me Zimm. Another thing they called me was Invader Zimm. Apparently, that's like a character, like some green alien or something from like a TV show. I didn't really watch that show, but because my last name begins with Z-I-M-M, people just call me Zimm or Invader Zimm while I was in school. Mostly elementary, middle, and high school. I'd say middle school is the most common. Yeah, this is most frequently in middle school. Another name I made was ULTRANOVA. ULTRANOVA and ULTRANOVA Zimm, which is something I added onto my last name because everyone knew me as Zimm, was the name I made for Halo. Halo PC and the other Halo games after. I even played Battlefield Vietnam. I think most frequently I use the name ULTRANOVA Zimm. Well, ULTRANOVA is a Pokemon I made from a Mewtwo evolution. I drew a lot of those. I used to draw a lot of Mewtwo pictures, a lot of Pokemon. I used to draw a lot when I was like 12 years old, more or less. So I was like, oh, I like this Pokemon. Mewtwo evolution, super strong, ULTRANOVA, ULTRANOVA Zimm. Why not? Other names I made for AIM, AOL Instant Messenger, was FRIER, which is a Pokemon I made up. I made up Pokemon such as FRIER, Flame Flash, and a bunch of other ones. Then for some reason, I don't remember the reason, I made another AIM right after it called OO, Video Game God OO. This is super old, a long time ago, but AIM used to be a very popular thing, even more so than MSN or any other way to contact people, more on Facebook. This is even before the MySpace days. So MySpace and before days, you got to think from that. But it was so popular for so long, and then eventually people just like, okay, many years passed, and now we just know it as like Facebook, and then now we use Twitter and all these other things. But in the past, AIM was the go-to that you did. So if you want some more info and background on this, during the MySpace days, you could upload pictures to the internet. I wanted to show off all my cool Pokemon, so some of them I drew. There's some here, like Flame Flash, just like an evolved form of Magmar. Yes, I know it's pink and R as well as I think it will. I used to draw a lot of stuff. I had like this Pokemon shirt. I had all these different pictures. And so here's Flame Flash, and here's Flame Flyer, one of the legendary mice. See? And then I have a bunch of Mewtwo evolutions. By the way, I have way more than this. I'm going to upload them eventually. And then I have like ULTRANOVA, Destroyer of Galaxies with many cool DBZ-esque powers. It was too big to scan in one picture, so I had it over the course of like 3 or 4 different pictures. And for some reason, MySpace, over the years, like, they removed half my pictures at random. I don't know why. It's kind of weird and random. But, yep. This is just a tiny fraction of what I used to do. Again, more being explained in my book and also a later video. And after all this, which all happened in the year probably like 2002 or sooner. In fact, actually, not even actually. ULTRANOVA Zimm might have been the most recent name I made, but I wasn't sure which one to use at this time period. See, Halo PC came out around, I think, 2003 or so. I made the name ULTRANOVA Zimm back then because I didn't really have much identity. I actually made the name Mew2King back in 2002 on Game FAQs, and then either 2002 or 3 on Smashboards. GameFAQs.com and Smashboards.com were two websites, the top 2 websites that I would post on. This is where I would find forum posts. This is where you talk to people, meet up with people, learn about the game. Any and everything were on these 2 websites. This is before the age of social media. So these are the 2 main big sites that I would go to. I want to be able to post on them. So I asked my friend Umbreon Mal. His aim back then was my cat goes Mal. He's one of my friends, and he was like probably my first Smash friend, even before I went to turns, before I traveled, before I even had a username. And I asked him, like, because he knew the moderator of Smashboards, like Gideon or something, and I was trying to get an account there. I wanted to get an account on Game FAQs. I figured that one out on my own. But for some reason, early Smashboards days, I don't remember the exact reason, but it wasn't working. I don't remember the reason, and he had to tell them. He basically talked with the guy who he knew the owner, and then I eventually got the name. I didn't really care about my name much, because I always changed identities back then. I was always something different. I didn't really care. I just knew I liked Mewtwo, and I heard Mewtwo was coming out in Melee. And then obviously Melee came out a few months later. I just want to make an account. I just want to make an account. I'll talk online here, talk online there, do statistics list at home, post my stat list here, post my stat list there. That's all I wanted. I was a little naive kid. I didn't think much into the name. I was just like, okay, Mewtwo, King. I mean, I had King in my name before, Kotu, King of the Universe. I was like, okay, I like Mewtwo, Mew2King. You know, I was like, I didn't really think much into it. So that's the origin of it. But what does it mean? What does Mew2King mean? Well, if you go on a website called urbandictionary.com and type in Mew2King, we can actually read the definition. The definition reads, Mew2King is an incredibly amazing, awesome, spectacular, magnificent creature who has helped the world of Super Smash Bros. Melee supremely drastically better with his incredibly useful stat list, which he made without using action replay, and it's all correct because he's amazing and godly and perfect. He's also very charming and incredibly good looking. He has no bad assets whatsoever. He's only comparable to God, and as in since he's that amazing and godly and modest and is perfect in every way. Mew2King is approximately black and 7 foot tall and weighs 237 pounds. His stunning blue eyes are very attractive, as well as his sexy glasses, which further magnifies already incredibly sexy features. Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Hit the bell for notifications. Yay, thanks. Goodbye.